This amazing AI model is now down to just $2 for the first month. This might be the cheapest and best entry into AI coding right now. And I have a link that gets you another 10% discounts. So today we're putting it through 4 real coding tests to see, is it worth it, your $2? And I can already tell you, we have tested it before. It's MiniMax M2.1. I mean, think it's good enough for $2. So let's hop into the test and see what this coding plan can actually do. As a first test, I'm going to show you a bit of live coding. Of course, it's still going to be edited, but just so that you can see how it works. You can see down here we have MiniMax activated in Claude Code. And now we're going to see what it can actually do. We have a Hello World page. So let's see what it can actually do. So we have 3 seconds for the first token. So that's actually quite good, especially for a coding plan. And it's now planning all the things that it needs. Already it looks good. Timeline, play, pause, and so on, multiple video tracks. And what I forgot to tell it is I want to drag and drop it on to the timeline. So let's see. I will just tell it to also add this feature when it's done. Now let's just see what the first generation is. So after 3 minutes and 20 seconds, it created the entire file. Unfortunately, I didn't tell it to put CSS and JavaScript into an extra file. So let's see, just hit update. From the looks, that actually looks quite good already. So let it just quickly tell it. I want to actually drag and drop video files from outside of the browser just onto the timeline. Can you please make this possible? Okay, so let's see if it can do this. So it says it's ready. So let's update again. And let's see if we can drag it here. It's actually working. Wow, that's crazy. Not gonna lie, that's crazy. But it's not showing the file. So that's quite interesting. Can we edit? Okay, at least we can do this. Yeah, I guess so. We have to tell it that we also wanted to show. If I add another track, then the previous one is unfortunately disappearing. So let's see then, we need to adjust again. Unfortunately, the video that I dragged into it is not showing in the preview. Like it's just displaying the name. Can you make it so the actual video is showing? I'm also not sure if this even works. I have not done this before. This is my first time ever creating a video editor just in the browser. But, it's crazy. For just $2, you can just create your own tools that you can use. It's even thinking about the frame rate. That's not going to lie. Okay, so it says it updated everything. So let's see. We can now it's actually playing in the browser. That's insane. Come on. That's crazy. I've never seen. That's absolutely insane. What AI can do now, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, but as you can see, it worked so far. So first test. Again, just of course, I cannot show hours of testing all the time. So we will look onto the other things that it had created. But this one, very impressive. I have not seen something. It's insane. I have not seen something like this. And this is actually working. When I make it shorter, it actually stops. That's unbelievable. Not gonna lie. Okay, so let's look into the second one. Test number 2, I tested a classic homepage. I know for most of you, that's very basic, but I see a lot of people are still interested in it. So here you can see a really amazing website. I have to tell you, don't mind the German language. When I prompt in German, it's usually also outputting German. So that's why. But the website is looking absolutely amazing. Though I have to tell you, and this is very, very important, I used the front-end designer skill from Claude Code, and I highly, highly recommend it if you're using anything in Claude Code and you're trying to get a nice front-end design. This is the way to go. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, the website looks absolutely stunning, super, super cool. I can just recommend it. And with MiniMax, as you can see, absolutely amazing outcome. Then test number 3, I created a SimCity clone. I think you cannot see all of the things because they're outside of the dimensions. But here, I can create a street, I can create places to live, some shops, some industry, and it's calculating needs, it's calculating like how much income the city has. We have buildings like police, we have the university, we have hospitals, schools, stadiums, banks, parks. You can do so many stuff. I also asked it to create surfaces, so it can use it for the game. I have to tell you, the generation was not a problem because I'm using a Claude skill for image generation, but how it implemented it might have not worked so well. I can show you. Yeah, I mean, this was first try. I didn't change it and tell it to make it properly, but the first try didn't work out so well. Just to show you something funny, but it was really cool to see that it created very nice surfaces and also buildings that it could place into the game. And then if you tell it to do it properly, it will look actually quite good and usable. So even here with all the calculations and different systems behind this was actually doing really well. Like I did this in just a few minutes. So that was super cool. And the last test that I want to show you, again, this is a Tinder clone, but for clothes. And you can do the usual, swipe left, swipe right. And then you can see all of the dresses that you liked, all of the clothes. They have different categories that you can check. You have all of the items here. You have a detail page with some additional features. So yeah, actually pretty nicely done. Again, front end designer skill was used here to make it look really, really nice. Please always use it, but also the logic and extra things that it was building into it did really well. Some minor issues when we look down here, overlapping text. This occurs sometimes, but I mean, it's an easy fix usually when you tell it, oh, there's a problem. Then it fixed it and looks normal after, just telling it what went wrong. To sum it up, I think it's an absolute steal for $2. If you use my link, you get another 10% off. If so far it was too expensive to get into any coding plan, I think this $2 plan is an absolute steal. Just try it out for 1 month. The limits are quite high. It makes a lot of fun. It's really good at coding. And if you combine it with Claude Code, it's just absolutely amazing. Try it out. Become a vibe coder if you have not tried it before. And we will see each other in the next video. Thank you.